Hi, thanks for showing interest. In this short video, what I want to show you is a bit of how the platform works and the things you can do. You can do so many more things, and if you have more questions, etc., down here there are two links. One is for us to have a short meeting and look at your case in more detail, and then, if not, a link where you can also log into the platform, and we give 2,000 free credits to everyone who logs in, so that you can try it out on your own. So if you log in, what you'll see is this platform right here, right? Where up here, what we have are templates, pre-made templates for you to get started, which we'll see in a bit, and then your projects here. You can also share projects here with your colleagues if there's more than one of you in the studio. And here you have quick tools, but the most important or most powerful thing in our case is the canvas, right? A canvas is this thing we see here where we can drag nodes, and there are different types of nodes: text, image, video, audio, 3D, and tools like background removal or the upscaler, which improves quality. We'll see an example later, and this is really cool. And uploading your own documents, right? And then we have the gallery here with all the images that are in your project. So in this example, what's uploaded is a floor plan, and we want to turn it, right, into a render. So what we've used is a text node. We've come over here and used the text node. The models here will sound familiar, like GPT is what ChatGPT uses. Then we have Gemini, Claude, and we have more models. Let's delete this one. And here what we've asked for, we've asked in English, but it can be in Spanish, French, in whatever language you want, that we want to create a render from this 2D floor plan, right? And to give me back the prompt. And here's the prompt it gives me. The nodes are linked. We see that the colors here, blue with blue is image, yellow is text. Here, for example, I delete this and link this prompt here, and it takes all this text, right? Which we can then modify, etc. I've also linked the reference image so that this specific model, which is Nano Banana, we can also select image models here. We have over 70 different artificial intelligence models in one single place. You don't need to have multiple subscriptions. And I've clicked run. What we've tried here are two models, Nano Banana Pro and Flux Context, so you can also see the quality difference between them. Depending on what you need it for, you can use one or the other, right? What if you don't know which model to use? Well, here we have our assistant, which you can, well, I'd already asked a question right here. You can ask it, right? Like, what's the best model for floor plan to render? And it's going to explain. All this will pull info from our academy and explain the best model and also how to use it, right? Here it tells you, well, look, the most balanced or recommended one in terms of price for quality is the Flux 2 Pro. And what you can do is put in an upload node, which is what we've done, then use the image node, right? And in the prompt, it already tells you to use this. We've done this intermediate step to improve the prompt. This is one case. Then here you'll see this is a bit more complex, but as you can see, it's all linear, right? That is to say, we're increasing the steps as we want to do things. It also starts from a floor plan. Here we create this 3D with more space. And what we do is we tell ChatGPT, to generate a description for each one of the rooms. Because with this description, what we're going to do is an image. Here we see them, an image of each room. For each room, we have an image. And for example, for this one, the client asks us to change this piece of furniture because they like another type of furniture. And here what we do is we take this piece of furniture and tell it exactly to change it for us. And here we see the furniture already with the shadows and everything perfect. Things that can be done as well. Here with this node, what we can do is change, as if we were a photographer, the perspective. Here we have the initial photo. We've moved it and said, hey, we want the perspective here, and it generates this perspective up here. This is very cool, and it's used a lot. You can also create videos. Here we do the same. We create a video for each room, and we're going to see the final piece here. We've put them all together in a 40-second video in which it's going to start. Here we see it from this two-dimensional view, and it's going to gradually create the entire narrative, room by room, including the hallway and so on. Here it goes through the hallway. We see each room. We've even added people here at at the end, right? So you can see what the terrace would look like. This one's for you all. I love it. And then there are other types of tools. This is another example also of an exterior where from this sketch it's gone to the render image and a video has been created. Then here we can also compare different models. This is the Seedance 1 Pro model, which is the good thing about the platform, that you can try with all the models and you'll know which one best gives you what you want for each use case. Here we have this model, and then we have this one here that also generates an audio for you. And be able to show it, right, to the client, how that final house would look. And this tool, which is also one of our favorites, is the upscaler. When you reach a final piece, what you can do is, let's see it here in detail, is improve the quality. If you look here at the quality of the wood, even the person, and how it improves the final quality, this is very cool. So as I said, we can also generate 3D. Here we see an example, right, of the same table and how we've been able to generate that 3D to then import it or whatever you want. As I said, below you have a link for a meeting if you want more information or if you want to log in directly and try it yourselves.